So one of the things that I wanted to learn a little bit from you is you are a very passionate advocate for Edmonton, and obviously, in your role with the Edmonton Chamber. Why are you so fired up about Edmonton, and why do you think it's such a, I guess, yeah, let's leave it at that. Why are you so passionate about this and sharing the story and sharing the success and the opportunity that's available here?
That's a great question. I would say it's a little like when I was a junior high teacher. I would get just as fired up about some students. Especially the ones that had so much talent and so much, like they were brilliant students. They were just amazing people. But when they lacked confidence in themselves, those are the ones that I was always drawn to the most, because I thought you've got to find that belief in yourself to achieve your full potential. Because I've seen brilliant students who there's nothing you can do when you don't believe in yourself to get them to do something, and they fail. But I've seen mediocre students who believe in themselves do exceptional things.
Right.
So the most disappointing thing you can ever see is a student who's just got everything going for them and every opportunity in the world, but doesn't believe that. And then it's like such wasted potential.
Yeah.
That is the way I feel about Edmonton. This city has so much going for it. I mean, both national rail lines with major hubs here in Edmonton. This is their major ports. We've got the largest airline in Canada, and it's got room for expansion, room for manufacturing. We were surrounded. We're 14 municipalities, 13 surrounding. Each one has these unique assets that make it incredible. I mean, St. Albert is so different from Sherwood Park, which is so different from Fort Saskatchewan, which is so different from Leduc. We've got manufacturing, and we've got industry, and we've got innovation and cold weather technology. We've got beautiful neighborhoods in Edmonton to live in. We've got, we're the third largest, I believe, financial district in all of Canada.
Right.
We're the number one with the University of Alberta in artificial intelligence, number 3 collectively in North America. We've got all our post-secondaries downtown. We've got a large, vibrant downtown with incredible potential. We're just sitting on the cusp. I mean, I don't mean to bring in a sports analogy, but the Edmonton Oilers were just announced to have the number 1 sports franchise in hockey.
Wow.
And the number 3 most financially viable, most worth the most amount of money, third most in the world. It's valued at $3.8 billion, I think they said. This is incredible. The greatest hockey player in the world wants to play hockey in Edmonton. I mean, He just wrote the letter that said, I don't care what they offer me. I want to play in Edmonton. We have the largest green space in all of North America with the River Valley. Like, I can go on and on.
Yeah.
If there's a Nobel Prize won in healthcare, it will be because of the Applied Pharmacy API Institute here in Edmonton and their new facility. Like, this city, every single other city in the world would love to have the combination of things that we have. And yet we're so humble. And I've said many times, one of the greatest attributes of being in Edmonton is that everyone's so humble. But one of the worst attributes about Edmonton is that it's collectively so humble. Yeah. We don't brag about ourselves. And it's like watching this incredibly talented, kind, generous, innovative, creative kids who just doesn't quite believe in themselves. And this city has to smarten up and believe in itself. And I'm going to do everything I possibly can to help get it there, because this country, Alberta needs more Edmonton. The country needs more Edmonton, and Edmonton belongs having a brand and a reputation as an international city that people want to be in. Mm-hmm. We just have to start telling that story ourselves and stop being so humble or embarrassed by our bounty or riches, and focusing on the few things that we need to fix, because everyone has something to fix. Sorry, I know that was
that was fantastic.
That's the passion coming through.
Well, and you know what? When I was younger, like after high school, I've always, when I was in high school, I would watch Dragon's Den. I've always wanted to be a business owner. And I remember genuinely believing that I had to move in order to accomplish something. I really believed it. And I wrote, I thought I would go somewhere in the US or Vancouver or Toronto. And then when I started working, it blew my mind how many people, how many success stories there are, and people have no idea
Yeah.
right? Because they drive an F-150 instead of the Lamborghini.
Exactly.
Or, right? So people have no, and there aren't a couple of businesses doing well. Like it's actually
the
surreal.
entrepreneurial capital of Canada.
It's ridiculous. And there's so many, so I'm a new business owner myself. Our company just finished its second year. There are so many supports. People are so supportive and they want to support local business, and people have no idea. So when I hear a fresh grad talk about, well, you know, I have big dreams. I think I might consider, you know, going to Calgary or Vancouver. It just blows my mind. And that's why I started this as well. Because like you, I think that there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of potential. We've just scratched the surface, and there's so much winning that people don't even realize that it's happening, right? Because again, people are, and it comes from a great place. People are humble, but that's also the greatest weakness.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And when you're humble, then, I mean, we're all taught and educated not to brag about ourselves, and I completely understand that. But if you don't tell anybody anything, then they're not going to know.